When was the last time you watched Iron Man 1? If you are anything like me, it has been a good 10 years or so, and I gotta say, this movie, it holds up surprisingly well. Let's just start off by talking about how good the movie looks. There is a severe lack of CGI in this film. They heavily rely on practical sets and effects, which goes a long way into why this movie looks so good. To the real locations and the actual practical Iron Man suits, this movie just feels so much more grounded than most Marvel movies. I looked it up, and apparently there's only 400 CGI shots in this film, and when you compare it to something like The Avengers, which came out in 2012, which had over 2,200 CGI shots, it makes sense why this movie CGI still holds up. I also think that the story, while it is very simple, is still very entertaining to watch. The origin story of Iron Man himself is a very entertaining intro to the film, and I honestly think Pepper Potts and Tony Stark have amazing chemistry in this movie. It might be the best chemistry they have in any of the films. Now, there were a few things in this movie that are definitely going to date this film.
I don't want to see this on your MySpace page.
I couldn't sleep till I found out how it went.
And this film has a pretty weak villain, if you ask me. While I do love Jeff Bridges as an actor, I just think his character, Obadiah, in this movie just isn't good. Very generic cookie-cutter villain, if you ask me. I also don't think Rhodey was ever a good character, even in Iron Man 1. He may be better in Iron Man 1, but still, not really good character. I also think the fact that this movie was kind of its own thing. Sure, it did start off the MCU, but Iron Man 1 feels like it's just an Iron Man movie. It doesn't really feel like it's part of the MCU. I think this movie has its own identity and is a really great start to the MCU. When's the last time you watched Iron Man 1? Let me know what you thought of it. Talk to y'all later.